key in, I'm good.
You put the key into your
Yeah,
OS
yeah.
and then press start streaming and you're good. Yeah.
And it looks like we're good.
You put the key into. Alrighty,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah,
do one more roll call because
And it looks.
I don't know who's come and gone. This is the final opportunity. Check in. Is Stabby coming? Anyone?
No,
Someone
it doesn't
said he
look
was
like
coming.
it. It doesn't look like he's coming. So we don't have enough.
Okay, this final roll call. Here we go. So Tyler, Zateo, Starduck, Ricochet, Sad for You, Behemoth, Oticon, myself, Cyrus, Trigger, Lose, GGI, and Fox. If you didn't hear your name, you got literally 5 seconds.
That's 5
4,
seconds.
3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm randomizing now. All right. Teams are.
Holy crap,
Team
look
one.
at all the people.
Jack. All right, team 1, we got Tyler and Zateo.
Shit's lit, bro. Wait, who's the guy who invited me to the server?
Team 2, we got myself and Sad for You.
Alright. Cash and Sad for You, okay?
Team D, Oticon and Cyrus. It's pretty
Alright.
sick. This is a fucked up game. Can I step out? Team 4, we got Fox and Trigger. It's insane.
Oh, wow.
This is what a game.
Fox and Trigger, you said?
Fox and Trigger.
Trigger.
Who's casting? Who's casting this one?
Fred.
Yeah, you can cast with me if you want.
Fred and...
Fred and Fred. Just 3 Freds.
Only Fred if you want.
Alright. These teams look good. Wait, nope, that's not Trigger. Wait,
yeah, I'll be with Fred.
Trigger's not in the lobby. Okay, Trigger, you gotta get. Wait, yeah, yes.
Yeah, he is. He's all the way at the bottom.
So Fred, pick your 2 casters with you. I think Ricochet called in as well.
Okay.
Pick 2 other casters max to go with you because I think 4 is just too much talking.
Who else? Was that Peter I just heard?
Here, I'll jump in with you if you want.
That was GGI.
That was GG. All right, I'll do GGI and Ricochet. GGI. You sound like Peter somehow. I thought you were Peter. Sorry about that.
Peter's got an awesome voice.
He's
for
a good.
casting.
He's got a good casting voice. Yeah. All right.
He does.
So I hope the rest of you don't mind just watching the stream, and
What is Tyler Gross saying?
following ZC Pro ZC4 or Zone Control Pro League Twitch. That was a little tasteless
Jeez.
plug.
Let's get out from under there.
Alrighty, guys, jump in your lobbies. Let's get it underway.
We are good to go.
Wait. You gotta make Fred or one of us refs.
Yes, sir. Making us refs. All right, we're good.
I love you all.
Good luck, guys.
Good luck, everyone.
Starting in about 30 seconds.
Are you serious, James?
All right. All right. This is a special edition cast since I'm kind of like just leaving it running instead of like putting the splash screen up. Normally we have like a blank screen, but you know what? I'm all about the intel.
I'm gonna get your stream up on my side as well. Oh no, sorry. You're not doing it under Time Traveler.
Yep, that would have been nice, but got to put it in the official spot. I wish I could stream to 2 streams at the same time. Hey, yeah. This isn't like the normal ones where we are already live right now. And here comes the game. Alright, so top right, top left, we have Zateo and Tyler Ghost for Team 1. Team 2, Sad for You and Kaiser. Team 3, Cyrus and Otacon. I always say that wrong. Team 4, Trigger and Fox. Everyone except Otacon runs to middle immediately. And Sad for You sits there like he's AFK. But he's not.
This might be, just looking at the ELO of everybody, if you added up everybody's ELO, this actually might be the highest total of ELO in a lobby I've ever seen, that's ever existed. Look at there are 4 people with 2K ELOs.
That is true.
I'm sorry, 3 people, and Cyrus is at basically 2 guys.
Trigger has
That's
the
really
highest
high ELO.
ELO, the highest real ELO I think I've ever seen.
Let's say I heard Mick Monroe was like 2,300 back in the good old days, but yeah, 22 nowadays. Whenever like the game is more mature and people are better.
Oh yes, the
Pretty
game
damn
has
high.
definitely changed.
Crazy.
Tyler's just sitting here, pausing the game real quick.
Okay.
I got that.
Game paused.
I got it.
Right in the middle of battle.
Okay,
And, okay, there he is.
Tyler's here.
Game 2, buddy.
Game resumed.
Alright, yep, this is game 2. Trigger was a little frustrated because he was just about to rape Zeteo, and he prefers to rape people before they can even think about what's happening. But it seemed to have worked out for Trigger. You know what? I actually have to watch my language. I do not condone nor mean what I said about rape. That was an accident. I'm from a foreign country where we have different cultures.
Public speaking in 2019.
That's
yeah,
right.
It's tough, bro.
Yeah.
Out here.
Anyways.
Stick to the F word, okay, and you'll be good.
I forgot I'm not having a private conversation with Mr. Stabby. Okay. Everyone looks to have not taken a bad engagement. Zeteo barely in last place by less than 120. No nukes used. Usually after the first nuke, you see a bunch of other nukes rain down. Trigger has won his last 3 games in a row. So, if he wins this game, he will tie my Lord Fred's win streak of 4. So I wouldn't be surprised if people have memories of the last week where he won all the games, all 3 games, and
We're trying to erase those memories.
Yeah. yeah. I wasn't there for all 3, but I went back and watched them, and I was just like, that's amazing. He just gamed the situation well and didn't get teamed the way he should have. But we'll see what happens this time. Trigger's laning Zeteo, who's in last place, so already Trigger's off to an incredible start when it comes to feed.
So some have suggested that Triggers already gets into people's heads before the game starts.
I'm sure.
Why people have a bad lane.
People get intimidated, and in Trigger's case, there's no it's for a good reason. But we'll see. I could be jinxing him, hyping Trigger up here, and maybe he'll have his worst game ever. We'll see.
Still like nuking Trigger almost always. Well,
Yep,
there you go.
and there's Otacon's nuke on Trigger and Fox, and puts Otacon in first place. It's a decent nuke.
That was a pretty good nuke.
First nuke of the game. Tyler Ghost is in second place and hasn't nuked, nor has Trigger in third place.
Actually, really like as a team, bottom right. Like Cyrus is very good. I also think Otacon is very good. I think they have a really good chance. Trigger is probably going to win because Trigger, but other than that, I think bottom right has in this game.
Trigger Zeteo, no range, very low on the upgrades. Trigger high on the upgrades, very high for Trigger. 5 attack, 4 range, quite high. But he does sometimes compromise speed to achieve that. Zeteo's 6 speed, but 0 range, 1 armor. Trigger splits his army to snipe an SCV and Zeteo's base. Otacon in first place right now. And
Zeteo is trying to nuke and...
What? Yeah, that was a really weird
yes.
spot from Zito.
Yeah.
Gets around here.
I think lane-wise, Cash versus Cyrus is a very good matchup right there. That's going to be a fun one.
Yep, I hope they don't get tunnel vision though and keep an eye on what's going on, because a lot of the times in last week, that's kind of how all 3 games went. It was just people not paying attention outside of their own, engagements. You gotta keep an eye on that score and keep an eye on that trigger score in particular.
Second nuke.
Second nuke, and who was that? That was
I got him.
sad for you.
Sad for you, yeah. You
Yeah.
wanted to bunker.
Trigger just picked up 100 mineral right in front of Zateo's base. Poor Zateo in last place. He could have used that. Now Trigger's in first place. Here's a nuke from Cyrus the Virus on cash. Putting Cyrus in first.
All the way across the map. He feels zero threat from Zateo.
Yep. He has one Marine in the bunk to defend Zateo's whole army, since one Trigger Marine can pretty much kill a whole army. Very nice. Trigger, yeah, Trigger is attacking Cyrus. I'm sure Cyrus isn't happy about that.
Joe could save bottom right if he if he comes over, Trigger could lose his whole army.
Yep, there he is. Good engagement from the middle by Zateo, who is 500.
It looks like Cyrus and ended up saving his bunker.
Yep.
That was pretty close.
Tyler Ghost gets his bunker completed. So does Sad for you. A lot of fighting going on around Cyrus's bunk. Trigger's about to put his own bunk down right now. Is he gonna take the tank
Considering
spot?
nuking, and he does, and it's a good nuke, and it's probably stopping this bunker.
Whose nuke was that?
This Cassiar.
Cassiar's.
Such a good. Why would you stop a bunker? Hilarious question.
I know, right?
Like, I don't know. I mean.
Oh, look at this. Sad for you. Top right, losing his bunk right now. Tyler's got it. He didn't even have to nuke. Yep. That bunk was definitely gone because he could have nuked it if he needed to. Trigger putting some.
Caught Cash out of position as well.
Yep, in
I really
front.
like nuke and Trigger.
Yeah.
I love that nuke. And then run straight down. They should run straight down to him.
Yeah. Well.
I completely agree. He has no army. You just run straight down.
Yeah. Well, Trigger's finishing his second bunk right now, and.
Down.
Yep. And for those of you who weren't here last game, Tyler Ghost won the last game after his partner died. He won it alone against.
We're gonna attempt to nuke this. This could go down if he nukes. Okay, no. Fox is gonna nuke.
You're right.
It's gonna be real close. No, I'm gonna back off.
Sometimes people do forget that they can finish a bunk off with the nuke. You just have to time it right.
Cut off really well. First decided after losing that or having the bunker canceled to murk his main bunk.
Yeah, this is one of the reasons I saved my nuke, because Zateo, he nuked Trigger, but here you are. Trigger is back and, still being a threat on your bunker. But there's some pressure from Otacon going on Fox. And Trigger's being doubled right now.
He's gonna lose his army.
Trigger did snipe the SCV of Zateo. Zateo still hasn't gotten that bunk finish. Now it is done. Fox is going straight to Marauders right now. And now Fox and Fox is in last place. This is going to be an interesting defense. We'll see if it gets called out. I'm sure it will. Yep, Otacon calls it out.
Player decides to build in the tank spot, which is interesting.
Fox pauses his building and nukes Otacon right there. We're
Probably okay.
We're running out of nukes in the field. Trigger's one of the only ones with a nuke left.
Where's Fred when we need him?
I know, right? Who has a nuke left? Looks like no
Trigger
one.
has one.
No one but Trigger. Just Trigger with the nuke.
Tyler has one.
Tyler. Oh wait,
Let's go through
and Tyler.
Scoreboard.
Tyler, who takes tank spot. Tyler does not believe in tanks, and it didn't get him last game. But that if he keeps playing pro league games, it will have an impact. If you don't use tanks.
We have Kurto rooting against Trigger on chat.
Yeah, I root for Trigger a lot of the time. I like to see nice win streaks, but right now he's at 3. If he wins 4, then I won't have a bragging right that I like to have. So I'm gonna be selfish. But honestly, no matter what happens, and especially since Fox just got those rods up, they're in a great spot and on track to getting that win.
Hey Fred, go through the scoreboard real quick. I don't know.
Scoreboard is Trigger in first, Tyler Ghost in second, really close, first now, and then there's a big gap between Tyler and Trigger with Kaiser 2800, and Cyrus 2500.
Complete.
We might have another. Oh no, that's
And okay, Trigger uses his nuke. He wants to kill this bunk. He would have only done that for a reason. He wants to kill the bunk, but it's a bad time to push probably since his partner can't help him. And fortunately, that was just a frivolous nuke right there. Trigger was already in first. He did not need that nuke. Interesting decision out of Trigger. Very interesting. Maybe.
Cyrus finally puts down his second bunker.
Oh yeah. Cyrus has been murking a lot lately. I didn't catch that. Combat Shield War Pigs. And Fox taking a while to murk his Marauder bunk. He has the money to do it. I'm shocked that he's not murking him. And there's 3 teams pressuring bottom left, Trigger and Fox. And here we have a Marauder bunk for Sad for You going up that no one's noticed or called out. Look at this. 11 attack, 6 range from Trigger against Zateo's 7 attack, 3 range. Fox spamming armor. Okay, Otacon and Cyrus are pressuring Sad for You's Marauder bunker.
Actually, I didn't notice till just now, but Trigger took the tank spot with a bunker as well.
Did he? Wow. Interesting.
Zateo might.
So
lose his bunker
Zito
right
is
here.
losing. Yeah, that thing is gone.
Yep, that's going down. I wonder why Trigger took the tank spot. That was his 3rd bunk.
Tyler could have nuked there some of the time. Better to hold on to it.
Selfish Fred-like nuke right there.
Actually, Zateo still has his. No, that's not Zateo.
Ooh, and there's Tyler's nuke.
I get
And, you know, that almost catches Tyler up to Trigger, but not quite. Trigger still has a huge lead on everyone else. And I'm not sure why he nuked right there. Confusing.
It's just been emotions.
Yeah, I think it's just
Like we was
emotions,
going
or
to
just like, oh, I could
like
use the extra
Retaliate.
500 or
Yeah.
retaliate. Yep.
This is the standard spot in these games where, in my opinion, if people can scout, like everybody versus bottom left. It's one of those things where if you don't, it feels like.
Yeah, it's looking that way.
Because-
Fox's score is shooting up as well.
The gap between Trigger and Zito is 2,000, which is like literally it's like 50-60% more. It's early game, so it's like that's huge. Like 50 or 60% of everybody scores 200,000 isn't too much, but right now it's a significant upgrade lead.
Yep. And they're doubling on Zateo and Tyler Roast. Tyler goes over here. Tyler's still feeding decently somehow. I guess his merked units with less upgrades are putting up a decent fight against Trigger's heavily upgraded units. Unmarked.
Did a really good beginning getting that bunker verse, from Sad for You as well.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Tyler Ghost fed entire army.
I saw that, yeah, he attacked 2 armies with his 1 army.
From right? Oh no, they'll be fine. Trigger lost his army and had to back off.
Checking all the bunker upgrades. Alright. Trigger marking his first Reaper bunk.
So we have a sort of a 2 versus 2 going on, except Trigger is tripling the top. Oh no, there he comes.
Yep, and Fox is trying to complete his second Marine bunk. Trigger comes down to help its completion. And
If you can, if you're Tyler, you want to fight Sad for You as much as you can. Like you literally have his upgrades doubled. You have an extra bunk and your stuff's merked. That's as free as it gets, especially 20 minutes in a game.
Fox needs to finish his Marine bunk because it's just been sitting here. And he actually leaves his almost completed Marine bunk to bring his SCV over. It looks like they want to try and go for some sort of push And Trigger, hey bro, if you didn't nuke before, you could probably have smashed this right now. And it looks like, yep, a Marauder bunk is
So
not.
Otacon has 0 bunker upgrades right now.
Yep. Cyrus has an early stim, and it looks like Otacon is going to lose that bunker with one turret being put down by Fox and their armies. Get Trigger Man dead, says Otacon. And here's the beeline down to Trigger's base by Tyler Ghost.
Yeah, it seems like when people say that nobody reacts, although it looks as if that actually got a reaction on the top left.
And look at this. Oh, Fox's bunk barely completes in time, even though he started that bunker almost 5 minutes ago and could have finished it 4 minutes ago. Trigger's upgrades are starting to just build, but somehow Tyler Ghost is remaining second place right up there with Trigger.
He's got the freest lane as far as his upgrades relative to his lane's upgrades.
Yeah, Sad For You is not doing too well. He's Sad For You's gone for Marauders twice and not been able to get it.
Tyler can basically 1v2 top right, allowing Zito to kind of do what he needs to do.
And Trigger can practically 1v2 Cyrus and Otacon right now as well. Just needs a little bit more mass. But those Marauders, I cannot believe that Fox is not marked as Marauders. It's a strange decision to make, in my opinion. If there is any unit to mark as soon as you get it, I would say it's Marauders. But that's just
Heard you, because there he goes.
that's just my opinion.
Fox, close out the stream, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
We have a lot of people watching. 17.
We do. Hello, guys.
Pretty good turnout.
This is a very highly anticipated match to see if Trigger can win a 4th Pro League game in a row after taking all the games last week. And Tyler Ghost jumps into first place with his Marauders. Doing some damage now. Kaiser 3rd place, but Sad For You way in last place. Well, Zateo's pretty close to him, and that's Tyler Ghost's partner. Zateo's upgrades are quite a bit better, though. They might actually be able to take a bunk. Okay, they stop for some reason. Tyler's checking mid.
We have a switch over coming right now.
Yep.
Tyler.
Yep, flanking.
Might actually have this.
Nah.
If he micros it right? No, if he micros it, there's nothing on this bunker.
Oh, you are
Yeah,
correct.
if he'd positioned his units a little, he still gets it.
He still gets
really
it.
good.
Yeah, I think
that was really
Zateo's units there helped stop Fox from
Zito?
buffering.
Zito with the meat shield. Let's go, Zito.
But yeah, now that puts Tyler Ghost in a great position. Fox is still a bit ahead of Zateo, though.
So Trigger's about to... Oh no, that's Fox doing it again. Trigger also has 1,000 in the bank. He's probably looking at the bunker.
Trigger's going for some revenge on Zateo, doesn't get it in time.
I think he had it had he stayed.
Fox is rebuilding, but Otacon's going to cancel it. Sad for you. Sad for you and Kaiser figuring out where to attack. They're kind of grouped up as one. In my opinion, you never want to merge your armies together like that. That's always a mistake. Got to be able to individually control your armies without blocking each other. Especially against a much stronger opponent that you need to outmaneuver.
I might have this. Well, no, he's gonna back off. Yeah, good call.
Oh, that was a really bad attack by Cyrus, in my opinion. Should continue doing hitting Fox and Trigger.
Just trying to rebuild the Marauder bunker.
Sad for you. No, Kaiser's going for the Marauder bunk this time, and Tyler Ghost is on a mission to stop it. Steve's pushing for mid, and they're going to stop this. There's no way to defend that.
in first, free Marauder bunker. Team in last, you don't get it.
I know, right? It's kind of funny how that works sometimes.
No control 4, baby.
Yeah.
It's just positioning. It worked out.
Somehow Trigger's team gets the rod bunk, no problem, but sad for you, nope. You don't get it.
Might
Tyler
lose
has
another
really
bunker.
good infrastructure.
Who is good infrastructure?
If you look at it, 4 bunks, 2 upgraded supply depots. The probability, not even this, it's the probability that he gets attacked in the future and loses any of that is super low because Satterfuse, you know, because of the beginning of the game is so far behind.
Yep.
So that's like never ever going down unless it's a like 6v2.
Otacon and Cyrus forced to throw turrets down to save Otacon's Reaper bunker. Okay, there's a snipe going on from
Tyler is
Tyler Ghost,
sniping that.
and
It
he's
is
gonna
done.
get it actually, because there's no SCV there to repair. Trigger's base upgrades are 5 and 3. Okay, so finally a little damage done on Trigger by Tyler Ghost, who is in the lead, mind you.
Tyler Ghost, the new trigger?
No, well, you'd have to.
Wins one more game, he ties it, right?
Oh,
like I'm not. I
look
mean,
at
wins this game and then wins
versus-
another game.
Versus 2.
Yeah, if he wins this game and another, then yes, he gets a 3 streak. But I think the late game play, we didn't really have to see heavy late game play last game. Like I said earlier, the tank play is very important in Pro League level play.
Tyler overstimming a little bit, although his units are so far ahead of the top rights, it's effectively not relevant. But if you get in a real fight, then that becomes a problem.
Yeah, let's be honest though, even if Trigger gets knocked down, he usually can get back up and do some major damage. Until Trigger's dead, he's almost always has a chance.
He's bunking on Fox's side as well, taking Reapers.
Interesting. A lot of pressure from Tyler Ghost on Kaiser.
I think Kaiser's bunker is dead if they go for it, and if they brought their SCVs, it's like
Yeah, I
I don't
noticed.
see how it would stay. But
I noticed last game Tyler Ghost does not usually snipe SCVs. He just guns down the bunk, and it's not an optimal way to do it, but usually he kills it for some reason. Tyler Ghost,
If Tyler went for the Strider bunker, this
Yep.
thing is dead. It has no upgrades.
and Tyler's getting a second rudder bunk of his own, but it's being sniped now by Kaiser and Sadfayu.
I think he'll save this though.
It's a 2 week.
Ooh, that bunk's going down for Fox. Fox with no structure upgrades, bro. You have to get the structure upgrades. They make a huge difference. And looks like so far it was this 3 bunks lost for Fox and Trigger. I think so.
It was
Zateo.
nice by Zito to build a shield tower there. That's correct in my opinion, especially while the other team's SCVs.
Kaiser's losing his bunk. Kaiser lost a bunk to,
It's
and now Zateo's probably gonna lose this bunk. Yep. So there's
Definitely losing that.
bunks being traded left and right here. This is like a brawl right now.
Oh, look at that. Look at Trigger.
What did Trigger do?
Well, he's fibbing a little bit. Well, not
Fibbing.
fibbing, but
Base
He did get,
is under attack.
I mean, they've lost
Rudder
It-
3
bunk
bunks.
is
Bunk,
dead.
but it was
That bunk
just
is dead.
timing of the.
They've lost 4 bunks so far. 2 marked Marauder bunks. Wow.
Tyler also loses his second Marauder bunker.
Yep, and that puts Fox on 1 bunk right now. And did Fox?
Tyler,
Fox queued up
Okay.
2 bunkers. Fox, instead of putting
Yeah.
1,000, he queues up 2 bunkers. That's a very interesting idea. And okay, here comes Cyrus about to cancel that. There goes that plan. Tyler is kind of spiraling upward, 4,000 ahead of Trigger, way ahead of everyone
Base
else.
is under attack.
So while this was all going on, Cyrus got his Rotter bunker up.
Okay. Cyrus, 11,000 in the middle of the scoreboard right now.
for you, RIP.
Tyler goes, but
That's
Bad for you,
correct.
just lost another bunker.
yep. Tyler putting a lot
Oh,
of
he's
pressure.
murking the bunk.
Oh dear. Oof.
So why he pulled back there? I think they had it. Also, they have a sensor tower, so he knew nobody was coming.
Zateo's still in last place, even though Tyler's on a rampage. Zateo needs to get another bunker and murk his first bunker. Get his units as strong as he can. Is Tyler going to single-handedly win this game like he did last game? Just using brute force with the units? We will see.
I think I like Tyler if he can save up and get another SCV. Also, if he doesn't already have it, go ahead and get the turret upgrade. This will allow you to defend from top right when they kind of do what they're doing now, and then focus the other teams as they go forward. Ooh, and Kais just barely gets the upgraded.
Yeah, Kaiser only has 2 bunkers, no depots, and he's leaving a lot of units back in his bunkers at all times. Okay.
This is the end of SAT for you.
This might be, yeah, this is the end of SAT for you. And
I actually hate this because everybody's going to know that it's time for top left. I think if he kills Cass's bunk and leaves them both on 1 bunk, that's better. Killing an opponent's not the worst thing ever, but it's going to make everybody come to top left. I think that's good. Well, it should, at least it's a normal game.
Yep. Okay, Fox does get his Marauders. Trigger doesn't have a tank spot, so...
Dead.
Yeah.
Wow, Tyler has free reign right now.
Yes, he does. Okay, and here comes the immediate switch.
Yeah,
and Zateo Zateo cannot defend, and Zateo is so vulnerable. 1 bunk for Zateo. Trigger and Fox kills that bunk. Bye Zateo.
I actually think Trigger had that bunker had he focused it.
And there goes a rod bunk. Tyler loses a rod bunk, and I think Trigger tactically is choosing not to kill off Zateo. That is a strategic choice out of Trigger. Here's Kaiser with his few units, putting a little bit of pressure on, and it goes back down to bottom right versus bottom left.
This is, other than top right, obviously, name who's your favorite right now.
Trigger and Fox.
How much?
I actually think that Cyrus and Otacon can actually pull this off if they can
Agree.
choose properly.
They can. And you know what? They have the advantage of being further away from, the battles, a lot of room to expand, and a tank spot, which is going to be very important. Trigger most likely will need a tank eventually. But Tyler, coming from that direction, you'd have to build a tank on the right side.
They're going to kill off Cass, which I think is correct. Can. Yeah, he'll be fine. Kill the SCV? Kill the SCV? So Cass is going to move on. Save me, guys!
Rest in peace, Kaiser.
Not today,
I
buddy.
rooted for you. I kind of rooted for you, I think. Yeah. Alright.
I'm surprised that Cyrus has not started to build a tank yet. I think he was too far behind in his upgrades.
Yeah. Well, Cyrus has been kind of in the middle of the scoreboard this game, but there's been such a big delta between first and last place that being in the middle isn't exactly good. It's kind of just been Trigger and Tyler, and Tyler's the big force right now.
Yeah, I think this is a bad decision.
What do you think is a bad decision?
For bottom right to attack top left, they should be hitting Trigger and Fox. Those are the stronger, and they can sort of try to take Tyler later afterwards.
So I think. Okay, I don't know why Tyler goes. He accidentally messaged me. Okay, so I think it's in bottom right's best interest to feed. They need to get their upgrades higher and make those tanks like you said, and then they'll be in a good spot. At the same time, they don't want to be too brazen about how big they are once they get big and have everyone switch on them. So that's the bottom right strategy. Trigger's
Trigger has again left Zito alive. He's left him alive intentionally.
Oh yeah, totally intentional for Trigger. He knows
he continues to do it.
This is what he wants. He wants the top left to take the heat. And Tyler, he'll probably just get more fed through these attacks, and then the pressure will remain on him. He's losing his rods though.
That's tough. There's a tough spot here, and I actually think we talked about this last week, where Tyler is in a weird spot and he did what I usually do knee-jerk, where you have like 3K as you're getting whittled down, and then you spend it all on upgrades, like you 20 off everything, which costs a ton of money. I think more optimally what you would do is actually save it, let yourself get whittled down, and then just immediately either get like an SCV in a bunk or like 2 bunks if you can.
Yep.
That ends up being the better long-term play, but it is hard not to be like, okay, and upgrades and this and that. It's just hard to think in that spot, especially when you're getting double teamed.
Oh wow, Tyler looks like he's throwing the game.
Yeah, and we had a tank coming down from Cyrus, and it doesn't get canceled.
It doesn't.
Oh no.
I'm having flashbacks. I did the same thing last game. Feels terrible. Well, not a tank, it was a bunk, but like
Tanks can be a little actually annoying to cancel. Sometimes it's a little tricky to click on them. I'm not sure
It
why.
seems like the game was just given to Trigger.
Yes, yes, and that is honestly, last week, almost every game, that's what happened. People just, some sort of drama or, you know, confusion happened, and Trigger didn't get attacked when he needed to be attacked, and Trigger just gamed the situation. Of course, Trigger's going to try and game it. This is a game after all, and looks like Trigger might have this one handed to him. You know, with
Trigger retired? Oh no, never mind. Okay, he just wasn't losing units. One of his Reaper bunkers wasn't building for with 30 seconds. I was like, what?
Here comes
no,
Tyler.
he just wasn't anyway.
Here comes Tyler.
It's a bit too late now.
Yo, I think I agree. Tyler really needs to build, rather than a bunk, he needs to build a couple of tanks.
Trigger biggest, no. Trigger on 2, 4, 5 bunks, 2 supply depots.
Most importantly, he has max upgrades.
If this rudder bunk finishes from Tyler, Tyler's definitely still the biggest, but Zeteo's not much of anything right now. I'm not sure what Zeteo's doing. He's kind of just left his army up here, just typing. I can't control Tyler. Yep. But that's very unfortunate.
Zito has the money, he should build a sensor tower.
So Otacon building up on Cyrus's side now.
They're bunked down for Fox.
Lost
Yep.
his odd bunker, I think the 5th time now.
Yeah, he's lost that
Or is
quite 4th or 5th, yeah.
Fox, be a man, build in the middle. Just saying. You're gonna lose the rudder bunker, just throw it in the middle.
Trigger needs to lower supply depot so he doesn't block himself. He also needs to upgrade his bunker's capacity very urgently. Trigger can throw down a SCV right now and defend with turrets. Not sure why he's not doing that. Maybe he just doesn't want to show it yet. Sitting on a lot of money, Trigger. Real lot of money. His upgrades are actually ahead of Tyler Ghost's, his Trigger's upgrades. Fox
Just
might have
slammed
pulled
all
him.
his money into regen.
Yep. Okay, a tank gets cancelled by Otacon, Fox's tank. Teo's not really banking money. I don't know if he's sending it or just not making it.
Cyrus can get up to like 20 attack, 20 defense, 15 health regen. He could actually be a force in this game if the game goes long.
Here comes Teo's squadron of Marines. Looks like he's gonna take a supply depot from Trigger. Oh. Gets
Oh. He could snipe this bunk if he goes for it, I think.
Got some major Trigger defense here, and did Trigger drop an SEV? Where did he put his money?
Gonna lose a bunk in the bottom right as well. Bottom mid.
Yep. Trigger, I cannot figure out where he put his money.
He hasn't spent it all. He only spent about 600 of it, I think.
I spent well over 1,000. Couple thousand probably.
This is kind of what I talked about earlier about Tyler. So Trigger has a ton in the bank. Clearly could just jam it into like speed or like bunker upgrades or whatever. But I think what he's going to have happen is let himself get whittled down, throw down an SCV unbeknownst to everybody else, and build like 3 bunkers, and immediately become competitive again after basically not having anything.
Yeah.
If he feels like he's up against the wall, he'll just throw down an SCV and then start throwing turrets for survival. But if he survives basically
All
this
right,
attack,
there's
I
his
think that's what'll
SUV.
happen.
Yeah, I know that's his
One
plan, but sometimes that is doesn't exactly work out.
Cyrus is in a good spot, man. If you could just get upgrades equal to everybody else.
Yeah, Bottom Right has a lot of base space, a lot of units, but not exactly comparable upgrade-wise, and no tanks yet. And Tyler Ghost can run through this. If they were able to finish off Trigger and Fox, then Tyler, I think, could still get the victory alone. Trigger's putting some pressure on.
Actually was building and then canceled the Rauder bunker he's lost 5 times. I would love to hear why he did that. I thought Trigger was going to come right behind the build, but he's not. So.
Trigger wants everyone to think that they're whittled down. Oh, Fox is building the tank. Okay.
They're not reacting to losing.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of mind games going on with Trigger's play right now. And in Trigger's eyes, he probably wants Tyler Ghost dead, and Tyler probably wants Trigger dead, although I can't say I know what Tyler's thinking.
Good split by Tyler if that was intentional. Tyler's bunker upgrades are like
Base.
4 or
is under
5k
attack.
into the bunker upgrade.
Lol, all games, all versus me.
But when you win first, it happens. Just saying.
Yeah, in last game he had a pretty
Great
good deal.
While he was typing that, he lost a bunker.
Was worth
Base
complaining.
contained.
Yeah.
Play the game.
Otacon only has 4 regen. Not a big believer in regen, I guess.
We're throwing down.
I don't know. Cyrus is looking pretty good. If they can whittle
Everest is
down.
in a good spot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not too
Yeah,
bad.
20 attack now. He's competitive.
And a tank coming right now.
You're gonna get rid of Tyler's supply. This might be bottom right versus bottom left here in a second. Continue to team.
Yep, and with Fox on 1 bunk and 1 tank, it actually might be able to go either way. Especially once that Cyrus tank gets out.
Here's a good one. What do you think Zito's APM is gonna be at the end of this game?
Very low.
I'll take the under on 95.
I'll take
You can
under
crank it too.
under 100. Or
I'll take the
100.
under on.
I'll take exactly 100. That's my bet.
I'll take the under on 100. Not bet anything obviously, but like I will take the under on 100. He's been chilling like the whole game.
Yes, he has.
PM2 very easily.
I don't know if it's just because he's frustrated or because he has 750 just sitting there.
He's in a
Well,
tough spot and he knows Trigger's left him alive.
Yeah, I think he's trying to put down another bunker. But it's really hard for him to even get any money.
Now, Tyler, even though I could criticize him and say he could defend a little bit better, but he's dumping money into his structure upgrades. Almost max 1920 for structure upgrades. Doesn't save that rudder bunk, but you know, when it comes to turret pushes later down the road for Tyler, that pays dividends, especially with maxed units.
Bottom left has a hidden tank that I didn't even see get built. Shout Fox. I can see the whole map, didn't see it.
Yeah, he built that a while ago. He
Pretty
built
well.
it after, before the rudder bunk came up.
Tyler with at least 2 SCVs, and then I really like if Cyrus could get his attack and defense are good. I really like him just jamming money into regen.
Okay, Cyrus's tank, is it gonna move? Don't know. Yeah, those that maxed upgrades on Tyler Ghost's bunks making a huge difference.
He'd be feeding like crazy with those bunkers that filled too.
Base is
Oh, yeah.
under attack.
In this position though, losing supply depots, being fully surrounded, there's not much he can do. I think he's only on 1 depot, or 1 SEV rather right now. He's about to be whittled down. He's on 2 bunks now. Trigger might actually try and take him down to 1 bunk. Or kill
If
him.
Trigger can kill off Tyler,
He has
I
a good
think that
chance.
improves their equity. Yeah, I think that improves their equity.
It-
Tyler doing the right thing, held on to his money this time, and then decides to build 2 bunkers immediately. Good shit.
Unless Trigger gets a tank of his own, I mean, it will depend heavily on Fox's use of that
Look at
tank.
this rotor bunker of Otacon all the way on the other side.
Oh yeah, okay, I took my eyes off bottom right and they are slowly becoming just right. Yeah,
Full
that,
meta.
yeah,
He
that,
gets it down.
that rudder bunk up there, that's a scary thing to tell your enemies that, hey, we actually have an island.
I think that's gonna get sniped pretty fast.
Yeah, I think Tyler's thinking that. Although Tyler does not have much mass to work with, although he does have 2 SUVs actually, building 2 bunks at the same time, just finishing now.
He's building another tank.
Trigger has a bunch of units in his base. He has almost all his units. Okay, he's hiding. He's hiding in his true army supply right now. Trigger's all about those mental strategies. Hiding a good chunk of his army inside his bunkers. Very, very smart play right there to hide those.
It might go down if he focuses it.
Looks like Fox is
and
taken.
decides to back off.
taking the tank role, building 2 tanks. I'm not the biggest fan of going to pure tank play. Ooh.
He loses the rudder bunker?
Nope.
Just kidding. Doesn't lose shit.
And he's only 8-8 on the upgrades. Okay, the tank's up.
Does not have splash for bottom left.
Trigger, I'm sure we'll send the money to him to get splashed later.
Tyler is broke. And his infrastructure isn't as good as bottom rights or bottom left. So that puts him in a really tough spot where he's top of the leaderboard. And if you're not constantly scouting, it's one of those things like, oh, I see the score, he might as well be in first. But he's actually not the best spot right now.
Who, Tyler?
4 bunks and a couple of unupgraded CV, which is nice score. Nothing too crazy.
Mm.
He is going to lose his bunker now.
Alright, 1 bunk down for Trigger up here. And yeah, there's only 1 bunker standing between Fox and all of his tanks and his life. I'm surprised. Okay, Trigger finally gets a little capacity. He was sitting on only the stock bunker capacity on his bunks. Definitely a good idea to throw some capacity in there.
We're chilling with 5k in the bank. More in the bank than everybody else on the map combined.
Yep.
He just used it all.
There you go.
Trigger totally down to try and kill off bottom right.
Bottom left building a 3rd tank and he's gotten splashed. My assumption is this is going to be used here in the next push. 3 tanks is Otacon loses a bunk. RIP.
2 bunks gone.
Yeah.
Yep. 1 for Cyrus, 1 for Otacon. Oh, actually, were those 2 Otacon bunks? Yeah, they were both Otacon bunks taken out.
For Ricochet.
Oh, I was going to do a 30-minute warning too, but thank you.
Oh yeah, no, I thought you were busy talking, so might have forgotten.
All good.
Let me acknowledge that other than maybe Tyler for like 1 minute in this game, I think everybody has effectively switched when they need to switch. This hasn't been like, oh, fuck it, I'm just going to, throw this game.
If you think about it,
I think everybody's played correctly.
If you think about it, this game's actually really funny because you have these 2 powerful players. Tyler, oh, another bunk goes down for Cyrus. Tyler and Trigger, and then they each have a partner, Zateo and Fox, that are just kind of having these small groups of Marines come out to kind of snipe a supply depot here and there. But Fox does have 3 tanks now.
This is Tyler should snipe this tank and then immediately run down to bottom left.
Yeah,
if Cyrus dies, this game's over.
This is handing it right to Trigger, most likely.
Yeah, Trigger is going to win this game.
Trigger's got another Rotters. Tyler's about to make a 3rd Rotter here.
We should just attack Tyler's units and who cares about the bunk, unless he tries to pick it at the end.
And it looks like
Trigger's gonna pull this.
Trigger, yeah, I can't see Trigger not pull this off. I mean,
the 3 tanks with splash,
the 3
game's over.
Yeah, that makes the difference completely. And goddamn you, Trigger, 4 games in a row. I thought that streak was gonna stand the test of time, but man, oh man.
Stand by my comment that like 20 minutes into this game, everybody should team bottom left.
I agree.
Here's the result again. We get literally the same result. When you see that on the scoreboard, we get the same result. Also, this isn't, I wanted to say this earlier, but I didn't really want to out Tyler when I'm out Tyler. So last game, I played in his lane. There's a spot where if you attack him while he's attacking you, and I've seen it a couple times this game, he will pull back, which is really good information to have. Where you can set, like Zito, if he's on the opposite team, could have ran up and attacked Tyler and gotten him to pull back when he was attacking Trigger in a different spot in a different game.
Yeah, it's really
out of players.
It's really hard.
What he's done.
It's hard to choose to kill Trigger off when Tyler Ghost was also doing so good. He was in the lead, still is in the lead for quite a while there. It kind of throws confusion out there as to what to do, and Trigger totally games it by doing things like leaving his units in his supply depots, saving money, having an ally building tanks in the back, and this game's as good as over, and that's that. And Trigger now ties for the longest win streak, and absolutely has the best win rate when it comes to these Pro League games, and he is certainly a force to go against. Trigger, you have me speechless here. God damn you, Trigger.
I would say something nice about Trigger, but I've already said enough nice things.
Yeah,
Like, there's nothing else nice to say about it.
we should just stop saying nice things about Trigger. I think
Okay, Trigger,
Trigger,
fuck you.
he's a hacker. Stop hacking. GG, Trigger. And
Shit, dude.
Fox, welcome back, Fox.
That was a good game too.
Yeah, it was a good game. All right. Yeah.
Another 5 minutes and we'll get game 3.
Yep. Let's go hear what they have to say. All right, guys. You get sneak peek access into the Discord.
Bananas?
Yo, the banana guy's back. What's up, dude? It's been a while.
Banana Boy's back.
Yes, I'm back.
Did you check in?
Do you have any organic bananas?
Good game, guys.
Oh, just hold on before you check in. Just give us a sec.
Alright. I'm gonna need you to play better and like actually win the game next time, alright?
All right, I got a lobby up, guys. If y'all are ready to join.
Good games, guys. I'm gonna sit this one out. I'll watch the stream whenever I can. But that was good games.
Me too.
All right. Oh, and I just want to say that congratulations to Trigger on your 4th win in a row. Impressive.
It's my 5th.
He
Actually.
wins the same way every time, and
That's-
it's like,
that's your
why do we let him
fifth?
do that? Why the fuck do we let him do that?
Oh yeah, you take breaks here. So
I don't know what backstab me. He could have just took me 1v1 at the end there. No.
Me?
Well, I thought Otacon was something like said something like you're gonna backstab us, so I wasn't gonna backstab him, and he backstabbed me.
Yeah, but that was when Top was on like 2 bunkers.
Oh, I thought you meant by that we were just gonna like go to the end, just fight it out. But
Yeah, but you were big. You were huge. I don't know why he decided to kill us, though. That made no sense. He was just mad.
Yeah, I kept telling him to switch.
Trigger, are you Flower? Do you have a Smurf called Flower?
Was a yes.
Did he say yes?
He laughed, but
I
like,
said no, but
Oh.
Stupid beans and stupid floor.
all right. Anybody who wants to check in, but join the lobby as well.
Yeah, I think
Freddie, you checked in?
I am
Yeah, I'll
checked
check
in.
you out.
I think there are some people checked in that aren't here.
I don't think the event's right.
What's wrong with the event?
Behemoth. Oh.
Never mind.
I don't think my complete worked. Am I getting this wrong? I did like 3 different ones. I did M complete and then the match ID, which I thought it's what it was, right?
No, the bot said successfully completed.
Oh, yeah.
as William and Trigger.
Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, I saw it.
You're
Took
good.
its time. So
But like, everyone's still in the pool.
All right.
yeah, that's like everyone who's checked in.
Is
Yeah,
it?
Ricochet said he's not gonna play.
Oh, I'll check him out.
Okay. Wait, is that everyone from last game still checked in? You're saying?
I think so.
Yeah.
So I wonder what's going on there.
I don't know. Drax's not here to help us out, so it's gonna wing it. I'll just check out Ricochet.
Let me see.
Fred, can you stop your stream?
Yes, sir. All right, guys. We are going to have game 3 in just a moment, and I'm stopping the stream
Oh, I
now
have to find it.
to hand it over to Kaiser. So stay tuned. Go get some tea. Go do some push-ups, jumping jacks, bang your head against the wall.
Bot commands.
You do realize we play StarCraft, ain't no push-ups.
Okay, no push-ups. Just bang your keyboard or something. All right. All right.
Yeah, do the finger workouts.
See you
We
guys
could
later.
we can wipe the randomize and just